And now, without further ado, it is my great pleasure to welcome the Canadian Chamber's President and CEO, the Honorable Perrin Beatty, to kick off today's event. Perrin, à vous la parole.
Thank you, Catherine. It's a pleasure to have you back with us for this year's event. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our fourth annual Canada 360 Economic Summit. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous à notre quatrième sommet économique Canada 360. Since 2020, we've gathered annually with the best and brightest leaders in Canadian business and government to apply our collective ingenuity to finding bold policy solutions for the year's most pressing issues and to shape the nation's economic agenda. As the economic impacts of the past 3 years continue to reverberate across Canada, businesses are also facing a looming set of complex new challenges, both here at home and abroad. From inflation on a scale not seen since the 1980s to shifting demographic trends, an uncertain global geopolitical landscape, and an accelerating number of climate disasters, Canadians continue to live through disruptive times. Now, of the many challenges that are facing Canadian businesses today, supply chain turmoil continues to stand out as one of the most persistent. It remains a major obstacle to the economic growth that our country so desperately needs. From the global pandemic to the wildfires and flooding in British Columbia, to physical disruptions due to blockades and strikes, our transportation system has suffered severe disruptions and has been stretched beyond its limits for years. The competitiveness of Canadian business and Canada's reputation in international markets depend on having a transportation infrastructure that delivers goods on time. What's needed most in the global economy right now is the 3 F's: food, fuel, and fertilizer. 3 commodities that Canada has in abundance. But we have to be able to get them out the door reliably. With the right investments in trade infrastructure, Canada can seize this economic opportunity. Now, another challenge is the shifting demographic reality that threatens sustainable long-term economic and social growth here in Canada. Trends, including record retirements, have contributed to Canada's unprecedented labor shortages and to the substantial disconnect between the skills that employers need and what's available today in the labor market. We need to find creative solutions to ensure that we're tapping the full depth of Canada's available talent. And of course, climate change remains among Canada's most pressing challenges, with far-reaching consequences that will affect generations of current and future Canadians. The frequency of climate-related disasters provides convincing proof that our commitment to achieving net zero must be unwavering. With mounting economic headwinds, it's never been more important than it is today to understand the mechanisms that will allow us to both grow the economy and to protect the environment. With the right policies, we can achieve both. While the scale of these disruptions may at times seem overwhelming, history has repeatedly shown that our struggles can teach us important lessons. Canadian business leaders will need to understand both the challenges and the opportunities ahead so they can chart a clear path forward to a more prosperous future for all Canadians. It's our hope that today's panels, the discussions, and keynote addresses will provide the depth and nuance that are required to do just that. Throughout the day, you can expect to hear bold policy solutions and innovative insights from experts and business leaders who are as passionate as they are innovative when it comes to Canada's future. Along with insightful takeaways, I have no doubt that the day will also provide a much-needed surge of optimism and of inspiration that we can all use as we look towards Canada's future. Thank you all for joining us today. Please enjoy Canada 360.
Merci, Perrin. Thank you, Perrin, for helping us to set the stage for the conversations ahead of us today, which I know we're all very much looking forward to.